Hey, how you doing? This is Kitch, and you are watching me play Factorio. I've been over here looking at this machine, and it is moving at the speed of rust. We've got 16 landfill. It's just because these machines, they're just not getting enough. They need 20 stone, and they are not getting it. So I'm going to go ahead and increase the number of inserters on here. And then I'm going to update this belt right here to a red belt. It's just not getting enough stone up there because it's only half a yellow belt of stone. And we can actually do a little bit more than that without having to go all the way back to the beginning and updating the whole bus to red all the way back to the stone mine, which is way over down here somewhere. So, yeah, we can just update this belt to red and everything should just be hunky-dory because... And we can just direct feed that because the rest of this is no longer needed because we don't use stone anywhere else on the bus. We can go ahead and pick that up. So it works out that a red belt has the throughput of 2 yellow belts. So we have a single yellow belt coming in and going to half of a red belt. So it just works out perfect. So that should fill that red belt up just fine, full of the stone we need, which will go up here to our landfill and make it work a little bit faster. Now, it's not going to be producing all the time, but we can help it out a little bit just by putting this excess stone in here. And yeah, that is going to produce landfill a lot bigger. Now, I think I left this open intentionally, and I'm actually going to take it down. It's like... You always need a lot more landfill than you think you do, but it's easy to get too much of it. On a map like this, that only has little puddles here and there, there's not really a whole lot. But, well, I don't know, as we get further out. But we're not going to be going further out, so we're not going to need that much landfill. Just enough to fill in, like, these lakes right here, and these lakes right here. These ponds and these puddles is basically all they are. And I think that's all. That's immediately really all we need. All right, so that's sorted. Another thing I wanted to do. So I've been setting up these traps around the base. And I think I've already demonstrated them. Where you take a inserter and right next to a roboport. And we're just going to grab the robots out of it. We've got 3,600 robots in the system, and there's a couple up here. It's by the mall. Let's go ahead and set a trap here as well. And we're just trying to get robots out of the system. That's all we're trying to do. Gun turret damage sounds good. And get them into boxes where they're not all flying around. It's not that anything bad is happening, really. It's just that we've got 3,500 robots in the system, and I don't think we need them. If we do bot stuff in another part of the factory, we are going to need those elsewhere. So he goes in there, the trap gets him, and puts him in the box. All right, so I'm going to grab some of these buffer chests now. I haven't really figured out the use for these yet, but I just thought of something that they could be used for. And we are going to make the second part of our little bot trap here. And that we are going to set these guys up down here. Now this one is trapped, this one is trapped, and this one up here is trapped. And those are really the 3 closest roboports to these boxes. So I'm going to set up a request here in this buffer chest for robots. And I'm going to set it full, which should be 2,800. Is that right? No, it's 2,400. These stack at 50. Okay, so I'm telling my robots to basically fill up that chest, and I want you to fill up this chest as well as this chest. And they're going to do that. And when they are done finishing their request on this box right here, they're going to retire to the nearest roboport. And those just happen to be trapped. So they're going to get put in the box, and that is going to send more robots over to get the people out of the box and put them in this box. They're going to go back, and the cycle is going to repeat. And we're basically going to pull pull a lot of robots out of the network is what's going to happen. Look at this. We've already got, how many? 1.8K in that box right there. We've already got almost 200 in this box and almost 100 in this box. So that is how we are going to get the bots out of our network. Now, this is only going to work for the logistics bots. We've still got 2,700 construction bots in the system. That one's going to be a little different. But yeah, look at all these bots that are now being placed in the boxes. Yeah, we're gonna get a lot of bots that way out of the network for use in other areas. All right, do I have any in my inventory? No, but I do have some bricks that I can get rid of. And that one splitter right there can go away, and that one... Well, actually, I've got a plan for that one splitter right there, and that is up here with uranium, which is backed up again. And, you know, rather than really do a extended long-term solution for this, I'm going to just sit here and hack it, and hack it, and hack it until it works. That's going to be my strategy here. So my idea here is I'm going to just take this belt right here and send it back up into the system. And go ahead and clear it out a little bit. So the idea here is these things take 5 uranium-238 and turn it into 2 uranium-238. So that'll happen. It'll output 2 of them, and one of them will go over here, and one of them will come down this line. So essentially, for every 5 uranium that we send down this line, only one of them is going to come out. And that should keep it from backing up. And if the worst should happen, and we run into a uranium shortage for some reason, I don't foresee that happening anytime soon, we still have our blow-off valve down here, that if this chest gets empty, it is a signal to let this line go. And it will fill up the system. That's on the outside, so it won't get recycled. It goes dedicated to filling that up. This is an overcomplicated solution to this problem, that if I would have just done it right in the beginning, we wouldn't have this problem. But, yeah, this is hacks built up on hacks. My personal favorite part was the idea I had here to double up everything. That was a good idea, wasn't it? I could probably circuit that up in a way where it would make sense. But for now, I'm just going to leave it alone because I have a train to catch. Yeah, we're gonna do a little bit more building of the rail line this episode, and we are going to get into manual mode here on the building train and hope everything's clear. Looks like it is. We will just pull out and head back to the rail network. Now, what I want to work on this episode is we're going to have, at first, at least 2 rail lines. One rail line, which is the one we're on right now, which is kind of the inner network, the inner circle. And then we're going to have a rail network that is going to be dedicated strictly to ore trains. They are the ones that are, they're the rail lines that are going to go out to the ore outposts. This is my thought, at least. But it's not going to be dedicated starting out. It's going to be, can I move to the middle? Yes. We're going to have it connected to this just so we can construct it. And then once everything gets built and everything looks good, we are going to then sever the tie from this network to the other one. And it will be its own independent network. And I'm hoping that'll take care of pathfinding, some pathfinding issues. It should optimize that quite a bit. All right, let's go ahead and take this guy out. He is not needed anymore. And let's pull out our blueprint book. And we are going to look for, yeah, this is the one I want right here. You're the one I want. Okay, we're going to place this one down. And this will be the start to our network. We will, basically, we'll go and build our ore network off of this line right here. And then once we're done, we can turn this into an actual, a straight intersection. We can take out all these turns and stuff so that the 2 trains can never converge on the same line. Laser turret shooting speed. Inserter capacity bonus. Let's do that. There's nothing like I've been glossing over that's like super important. Okay, all these are the infinite researches. Braking speed might be good. Combat robotics, I just don't use that much. We're not using flamethrowers or shotguns. Bullet shooting speed might be okay. You know what? I haven't used any grenades. Since we haven't really had that many trees, there hasn't really been a need for grenades. And we've got biters. Got some biters. Boy, this seems extremely wasteful, but we're gonna go ahead and do it. Yeah, what a waste of a whole bunch of uranium. Oh well, I mean, and the Covarex is gonna make some more. Alright, I think my first target is gonna be this patch right here. 75 million iron ore. That sounds like a good start to me. So let's go ahead and pull out our straight rail blueprint book, and we will continue this on. Oh, this one, okay. So the other blueprint book, you line up the poles. This one, you do not. They're each their own independent sections. And we've got another biter base up here. That one is bigger. Oh no, and I'm in trouble. I'm in a lot of trouble here. Oh no, now I'm caught in trees. Can we lose them? Lose some of them in the trees? Yes, we can. All right, let's see. We need to open up that. Need to get rid of some of these. Yeah, put in the armor, put in the guns. There we go. We are fine. Now, I hope they're not attacking the train. These personal laser defenses are just so overpowered. So overpowered. I like overpowered, though. I guess I probably should be out scouting and making sure this is clear first. And let's see, I have a tank. I have a tank. Let's get in the tank. Look, we even have wood here. Excellent. Wood, guns, things. All right, let's go just scout up here a bit. It's kind of crazy to me that this was like the edge of my exploring. And just so happens to be where we're building our first outpost. All right, that looks good. Just didn't want to have to run some rails through any huge biter bases. All right, so let's just drive over here to this ore patch and have a look and think a little bit about how we want to do this. Now, generally, what I do with ore patches, like this one right here, is I just do. Let's just can we look at the iron patch like right here? Yeah, I mean, I just overlay it with a whole bunch of miners. They all go into one direction, but the problem with that is you get this situation right here where it lines back up and things like that one's not even going anywhere. Okay, let's not look at this line. Let's look at this one down here. These lines get backed up, and there's just too much material going down on the line. It's not. It's just backed up. So I think what I'd like to do is take this patch and divide it in half and have half of the miners go up and half of the miners go down. Make sense? So instead of just one big long line coming, it just seems like we get a lot more throughput that way. If we had miners going out this way, at least they'd be running all the time, right? So let's see. Do we even have any miners? No, we do not. Those are in the train. So if we have miners this way, we're exiting belts out the top, belts out the bottom, and then they come over here and load into trains. So we are going to need loading stations is what that means, and I think I would like to start those like right here. That seems reasonable. Let's get a train stop down. And we talked about doing what? We're doing 2 engines and 8 cars. So we need to do one of these right here. We designed a loading one, didn't we? Yes, we did. We already have a loading one. Oh, but it's on the wrong side. Could flip it like that. Would that fit? Is that going to work? No. No, there's no way that's going to fit. Fits perfect. What do you know? Now, there's a train stop here. We can get rid of that. All right, and let's see. We don't want to remove any of these blueprints. We just want to take this right here, remove the rail, and do 2 more, right? All right, so that brings in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 lines of ore. And I'm probably going to have to get a little bit of a balancer book out here so that we can better figure what that looks like. Or better come up with a better balancing solution. Let's see, we want to keep that one. That one is good. Okay, so let's go ahead and copy this. Okay, so we're actually going to need 12 lines of input. And one of these can come from the bottom, one of these can come from the top. Just looking at it, it's looking like this one is going to be maybe a little bit closer. Is that the way the patch is shaped? Kind of moving in? Not really. Not really. Didn't really look like that at all, did it? So yeah, let's anyway, let's go ahead and bring it in the bottom here. We are going to need 12 lanes of space. To bring in all of the lines. Let's see, was it this one? Yes. So you will be right. Why does this not look right? Was this not taken from that? It was. I'm so confused. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. What was the other one then? Okay, that was an output one. So we're actually missing some here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We need 2 more. Duh. Sorry. Not sure what I was thinking there. I was wondering, yeah, 12 didn't sound right to me. Okay. But this does. So right there. Right there. And you will continue on down. All right, and that's what we need a blueprint of, right there. Okay, we keep that one. Take a blueprint of that. Remove that. And there we go. That's looking a lot better. All right, that'll be our second loading station there. All right, so we could probably get this a hair tighter. Let's pull that down. Take you to the side. And I hate using that little rail planner thing because it always does this weird, wild little squirrely gig thing. So let's go ahead and manually do this. There we go. And let's see, do we have some signals? We do. Let's get a signal going in there and a signal going in here. And looks like that is going up to the top, so you will just go straight out. And you will go straight out. Okay, that one's going to be straightforward. Let's go down and just grab a little bit more rail. Let's see, we probably got some wood to drop off. And we got some uranium to drop off, too. I believe it has a recycler. Let's see. We probably need inserters and things for the station. We'll go ahead and grab those. Probably going to need rail. Let's just go ahead and grab half of that. We have power poles, we have signals, we have all that stuff, so that should be good. All right, let's grab our, let's grab our blueprint book for the rail and go ahead and take this up. And let's see, you are going to be, same blueprint book, but we should have a in. Let's see, we don't need that signal. We need that signal? Don't think so. Yeah, that looks right to me. Okay, so that is going to be our out. Oh, that's not our in. That's our out. Man. Okay, good thing I thought about that. All right, so where is the out? That one, right? No, that's the one I had. This one. Okay, so I'm going to be coming up from here. I'm going to be coming out here. I can either exit that way or exit down that way. That is correct. All right, so that's all good to go. Now we need an in down here, and we've still got trees. Let's get rid of trees. Okay, just leave that there for a reference. And on this one, we want this one. We want the other one. This one, the in. That's it right there. Okay, let's just go and see if there are any extra signals out here. Let's just go ahead and get them out of the way. Okay, there shouldn't be any more hanging out. All right, let's get that guy and get him posted down. Okay, we got our inserter capacity bonus. Guess get the last laser turret shooting speed. That'd probably be more helpful than the other one. Alright, and let's see, we need some things in order to get all of this stuff built. So let's grab some belt. We don't need the rail right now. We definitely don't need the wood. Let's see, anything else? Yeah, rails, underground, splitters, all these things. And we got inserters, we got chests. All right, and we need to start thinking a little bit about naming conventions for stations. What do our station names? Can we click on this and see? No. What is that? That's here. We can go down and look and see what we're doing. Okay, so we're doing like the base and then the name. And down here, we've just said iron ore pickup. Okay. Let's change that scheme a little bit. Let's do all caps for our real stations. And let's see, this is a mine. Let's call it mine iron 1. Does that seem reasonable? Because it is a mining outpost. We are mining iron, and it is the first one that we made. Sounds reasonable to me. I like it. I like it. Like it a lot. And yeah, we just have to keep up that convention all the way through everything. Now, I didn't build parking here. Like if we wanted to have a stacker, basically, if in case these were busy. I don't know if that's going to be necessary with this setup, but it might be. But I left plenty of room so that we could do that. And I'm not too wild about having all this stuff so far apart. But, you know, look at this place. We got nothing but space out here. Nothing but space. All right, well, I'm already gone a little bit over what I usually do as far as these videos are concerned. So I'm going to go ahead and end this video here. Thank you very much for watching. I really appreciate it. Next episode, we are going to go ahead and get the miners laid out and hopefully get all the stations connected up. And we need trains. And then we need a place to send this iron to get smelted. And then we need everything else that we need to do in order to get a mega base going. So I am just going to head back to base. We will restock our train. We will empty out our trash, and I will see you in the next episode. Thank you very much for watching. Have a good one.